Go.
2014 is quickly approaching, and Congress is going to be facing many challenges in the upcoming year. We believe that their main priority should be energy independence.
America is currently dependent on Middle Eastern oil. This dependence hinders our political and economic independence. By focusing on more domestic forms of energy, we will be able to create jobs, stimulate the economy, and strengthen our political involvement in the world. Now, what does energy independence mean? According to Stephen Chu, the former U.S. Secretary of Energy, energy independence means changing how we power our nation from foreign oil to new American-made fuels and batteries. We can achieve energy independence by several different means. These include wind, solar, natural gas, methane, nuclear, and domestic oil.
Solar energy is a viable form of alternative energy. With a variety of sufficient landscapes in the nation, specifically the flatlands of the Midwest and Southwest, the United States has high potential for success with solar panels. Not only are solar panels effective and clean, but they can be utilized by both electric companies and normal people. However, solar panels take up large areas, are expensive to produce, and require regular maintenance. By implementing solar panels throughout the nation, the United States would be one step closer to energy independence.
That was an old clip. What's really happened is we've diversified our energy supply. We're now getting 4% of our electricity, Libby, from wind. 4%. Now, that's a good start. The Department of Energy says we can be at 20% by 2030 with responsible investment, and that's the direction the President's trying to take the country in, so that we'll have cleaner, safer, more sustainable sources of electricity to power our future.
We're talking about wind power is electricity generated by capturing the wind's energy with modern wind turbines. This is one of the cheapest alternatives available. Wind power is a clean domestic electricity resource that has seen growth and technology improvements over the past several years. It also allows regular farms to get a second source of income by using their land for wind turbines. These wind turbines do not change other present farming activities. Small-scale wind installations can reduce dependency on the central electric grid and decrease monthly electric bills for residents, small businesses, and schools.
Along with solar and wind, nuclear power is another viable form of alternative energy. Nuclear reactors have potential for high energy output. They currently are responsible for 20% of all energy production in the U.S. Nuclear power is not as dangerous as you might think. When constructed and maintained properly, nuclear reactors pose very little danger. However, the waste of the reactors must be stored carefully because it is highly radioactive. The use of nuclear energy would add to our energy independence and allow for the production of cheaper energy.
As a consumer, there's nothing worse than going into work in the morning and gas prices are $3 a gallon and coming home and they're $3.30. I think the gas prices are vary so much that it's hard to predict and it's hard to get set on a budget for your family. And so by having a type of vehicle that you could budget a little bit more and it was a little bit more predictable would help households greatly be able to live and live on a budget.
As we explore alternative forms of energy production, we must also focus on the main area of energy consumption, automobiles. A vast array of fuel sources have great potential for the automobile industry. Biodiesel, hydrogen cells, and electricity are the three most promising forms of alternative fuel. Consumers can already purchase cars that utilize these fuels, such as the Chevy Volt, Nissan Leaf, and Smart Car. Along with these new forms of fuel, we have the option of harnessing domestic fuel, which exists in large quantities throughout the United States. By implementing these alternative fuel sources, the United States can create jobs, stabilize the economy, lower gas prices, and become more energy independent.
I think America can do a lot more to become more energy independent. I think we are doing more of that. Legislators can help petition their congressmen. There are things that we can do, but the one most notable thing that can take place is exactly what we're doing right here today at a grassroots level. You're interested, and there is a much larger growth movement out there today than you might suspect. And when legislators or congressmen or senators, when they hear from their own constituents, the people who live and reside in their own districts, that means something to them. And the better we step that up, the quicker they'll listen to that. We need to start taking heed on that.
By implementing new forms of alternative energy, the United States can increase its energy independence along with its political strength. By focusing on new sources of energy, we can lower prices, create jobs, and stabilize the economy. As we progress to being more energy independent, we can become a leader in alternative energy and influence other nations to follow our lead. Congress should acknowledge the positive political advantages resulting from energy independence. As we gain more energy independence, we will be less reliant on foreign energy. Energy independence will take time, but in the end, these results will greatly benefit the nation.